Hello, hello, multidimensional neurospicy entrepreneur, mystical creature. I am so excited that you are here listening to this today because this is a topic that needs to be addressed. Okay. This world was created by linear thinkers. Okay. Even the coaching industry, the healing industry, all the industries, everything is created for the linear thinker. And you, my dear love, are not a linear thinker. You've been trying to fit into a round hole when you are a square peg. So we need to shift that for you. And we're going to start doing that here now today. Okay. So when you really look into the only industry really, actually, I don't think there is an industry that has not had some kind of linear thinker in there. Maybe the healing industry, because in the healing industry we do use a lot of emotions and feelings, and we kind of have to push our thought system to the side. But while that we do that while we are actually in the session, Reiki, light language, whatever healing modality that you use, you will find that in your sessions, you are tuned in, you are tapped in, the energy is flowing through you, you're feeling really good, you're able to help the client, things are flowing through you. But unfortunately, because you have your own business, and fortunately, because you have your own business, it's not just the healing side of things that we turn up for. I know so many people that if they didn't have to market themselves, man, they would be freaking killing it in the online space or in the healing community. But it's not just the healing that we have to do. So I did a post about this on my Facebook page before, and it was like when I was a hairdresser, and this studio that I record this in was my salon. And all I had to do was put photos up of pretty hair, and people would go, oh, I want pretty hair. And so they would book an appointment to get pretty hair. That was it. I didn't need to show my face. I didn't need to be a copywriter of some kind. I didn't need to do any of that. It was like literally the easiest thing to grow, the easiest way to grow a business. And now it's like I have to prove myself in a different kind of way. I have to do the marketing and I have to do all these different things. And I'm just like a copywriter. I'm not a copywriter at all. I try to get the copy down. I do the very best that I can. And I feel like I am getting there, but it's a whole skill that you have to learn. And it's like, I just wanted to show up and do my thing. Now I have to do all this kind of stuff as well. And all this kind of stuff is more of a linear thinker. Yeah, you've got to be a linear thinker to be able to do all this stuff. But I didn't know that at the time. I was like, oh, I just have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this and then the money wasn't flowing in the way that I wanted it to. So I was like, why aren't I making the money that I want to make? And the first thing that came up was abundance blocks, that you're blocking the flow of energy to you somehow. And I was like, yes, that is me. I am blocking the flow of the energy, the flow of money to me. Of course, that's what's wrong with me. I'm blocking the flow of money. And so I dived deep into that. And then after that, started doing shadow work and journaling. And I always felt like I had to fix something of myself, that I needed to be fixed. And then it kind of spiraled into almost like a depression, like I was never good enough because I always had to work on myself in some way. Whether it was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and having a very strict routine. I tried the strict routine, didn't go down so well. Or there was always something that I wasn't doing good enough, like I wasn't meditating enough. I wasn't tapping into my inner child enough. I wasn't like doing all these things. And really, what it boils down to is that I was trying to run my business the same way everybody else was trying to tell me to run their business, or that I knew to do. Like I had to post every single day. And like it was very intense. The scheduling and everything like that got very, very intense. And I got so incredibly overwhelmed with it. I was like not trusting in my instincts, not trusting in my intuition. I was second guessing every single thing. And you know, there are no actual real blocks to abundance. You're not intentionally pushing things away or unintentionally pushing things away. It's just that you're not allowing them because you're not allowing yourself to be yourself. Yeah. The more that you honor yourself, the more that you trust yourself, the more that you step in and claim your power, the more that these channels of abundance are going to be open to you. There's not one thing. I used to sit there and visualize money just flowing to me and money just flowing to me and my body absorbing all the money that it could possibly do, like contain. And then I was doing work on my nervous system, and I was wondering why money still is not coming to me. It's because I wasn't honoring the part of myself that needed, like I started this business for freedom and flow, right? I wanted freedom, I wanted flow. And then yet I forced myself to sit here, well, maybe not here, sometimes in the house, but I forced myself to sit and to content batch and create this plan that I can create a plan. Like I'm really good at creating plans, not so good at executing it because I forget that the plan's there, or I go to do the plan and then different inspiration hits me, and so I'm like, oh, this is more powerful, I'm going to put that in there instead. And so it can be a bit manic, like running your business like that. But once you get in the flow of things, everything will shift for you. And you can, if you can allow yourself to be the neurospicy, neurodivergent, ADHD, which we are relabeling as aligned decisions with higher dimensions, dyslexia, whatever it is, if you are letting that get in the way of you running a business because you're supposed to be posting this and doing that, like this is why automating the systems is really beneficial to people like you. I have not been diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm 99% sure that I have it. I went to a psychologist a few years ago and I said, I'm pretty sure I've got ADHD. And she's like, why? And I went through all these symptoms. I was like, I have a million tabs open on my computer all the time. Sometimes I can't follow through with my projects. I get distracted very easily. And the list went on and on and on. I was like, I have to, when I was hairdressing, I had to put like the well, I didn't put the timer on for everybody, but I was constantly looking at my watch because I was so worried that I was going to get sidetracked and then forget to rinse the color off and then all the hair's going to break off or something. So I said to her, like, I'm 90% sure I got ADHD. And she goes, you know what? You probably do. But really, what it is that you are a very multi-dimensional human. And so your energy and your essence is tapped into all these different dimensions that you can't see. And so you feel called and pulled in so many different directions, and it's hard for you to focus. So look at it as though it's like a dimensional thing, not so much an ADHD thing. She goes, I could probably diagnose you right now with ADHD if you really wanted me to. And I was like, she goes, but there's a process and whatever. I was like, in true ADHD fashion, I was like, processes, dumb. Yeah, so I just didn't, but I want to be completely transparent with you guys. I have not been diagnosed with that. I'm pretty sure I have dyslexia too. I've done all the online tests to determine if I have dyslexia. Obviously, you need a doctor to, I don't know, say that you are or not. I don't know the process. But yeah, so these are the things that make it really difficult for you to be able to run a business in a linear fashion, is because you are a non-linear person. You think of all the people that kind of founded the self-help industry or helped shape the self-help industry. We've got people like Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill. We've got people like Tony Robbins. Like, we've got some men there that do not have the same kind of neurospiciness that most healers, hairdressers, creative beings, the more creative side of things, we use our brains differently. We do. There's no doubt about it. So if you've been wondering, oh, like I just can't seem to find a strategy that works well for me, because you're not meant to stick rigidly to your strategies. You're meant to follow your flow. So for me, I am more creative after dinner. Yeah, so I am a creative being all the time, but I feel like my energy is more heightened after dinner. So during the day, I take it a bit easier. With things, I see my clients during the day. I've got programs that I run during the day. I do things during the day, but my creativity peaks later at night after dinner. So when my husband's winding down, I've got the laptop on my lap and I'm working instead of paying attention to the TV and things like that. So it's not every day that that's the case. Sometimes I wake up and I can't even go. I swim 3 times a day. I can't even go for a swim because I'm so pumped up for my business. And so I utilize that energy in my business, and then I can swim later during the day because I've made up my schedule so that I have that freedom. So this is how your neurospiciness can actually work for you. The more that you honor your energetic cycles, the more that you honor who you are as a person, the more that money is going to flow to you. It's got nothing to do with abundance blocks. You're not blocking anything. You're resisting your natural rhythm. And so you're resisting flow. And so money can't flow to you if you're resisting flow. Yeah, you got to flow up, my friend. So the things that we need to think about is flow, introducing more flow into your life. You might already have strategies that work well-ish for you, but how can we tweak that to make it more aligned with your energy, right? Then you've got to grow. You've got to grow that business. You've got to find your flow. Then you've got to grow and expand and scale and do all these kind of things so that you can have more financial freedom, the freedom that you've been really asking for. And then you glow up, right? So then you flow, you grow, you glow. So I'm in my glow stage now. I'm fully aware of who I am. I know what I'm putting out into the world. I know it's powerful. This is the glow up stage, right? This is the glow stage where you step into your leadership. You know who you are. You know who you serve. It's very clear on your path to get to that financial freedom. Okay. So really hone in on who you are as a person and how you can honor your energetic cycles. Those are the 2 things that I really want you to work on at the moment. More of this kind of stuff will be revealed to you because it's important. Okay, we're no longer trying to fit into a rigid, structured. We want structure, but not over structure. Yeah, we don't want to wake up at 5:30 every single morning, then work out for an hour, and then meditate for an hour, and then brush our teeth. I had somebody tell me that unless I do a very strict morning routine and never falter from it, then I will not be successful. And that was the thing that he told me to do it in that order, and then have a shower, and you'll be ready for work at 8:30 before most people have even shaved. And I was like, excuse me, have you seen my hair? It takes a lot longer than 20 minutes for me to have a shower and wash my hair. If I've had a very intensive workout in the morning, I have to wash my hair. I'm not walking around with sweaty hair. So, so for me, because I'm a female, because I have long, beautiful red hair, I was already an hour behind most of the men. And so when you look at things like that, it's like, how on earth am I meant to keep up with that? I tried it for 3 months. I gave it a red hot crack. I was like, okay. And then I did, the first day wasn't too bad. Second day was a bit harder to get out of it. At the end of the first week, I wanted to die. I was like, honestly, there's got to be a better way than only doing that kind of stuff. So gross, no thank you. I like getting out of bed at 7:30 in the morning and then going for a swim or not going for a swim. I like going into my business or not going into my business. I like having a shower first as soon as I get up, or maybe I do some work first, or maybe, like, you've got to be flexible. Yeah, flexible. We're not creating rigidity. I don't know if that's a word, rigidity anymore. We're creating flexibility within ourselves, because the more flexible we are, and we really I forget what I was saying. When we really honor who we are as people and honor that fluid motion, honor that flow motion, the better off that we will be, and the happier we will be, right? This is the law of the law. I don't know which one, but the happier you are, the more likely you are to be successful, right? Because people see that you're happy and they're like, I want to be around that happy energy. So they connect into you. They're not looking at you going, oh, I'm not good enough. Or they're not looking at you going, oh, I don't understand my flow. I'm trying so hard to fit in with this rigid system, and I just can't do it. And then you think that there's something wrong with you, and then, like, it's a whole big thing. Yeah. So honor yourself, honor the flow of energy that you have within the day. And the more that you allow yourself to be yourself, the more money is going to flow to you. I promise you. Okay, lots of love to you. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Let me know, reach out. I do have a program that is linked into the bio of this podcast episode. So, reach out to me and let's have a conversation. All right, lots of love, and I will speak with you soon. Bye for now.